On August 21st, this Friday, I am turning 27 years old. This is kind of an awkward age for me where I feel like I'm older now, but at the same time, I still feel young. I still feel like I have a lot more to give. As challenging as this year has been for me, and I'm sure for a lot of you, I still have a lot of hope for the future, and especially for the future of live music in Los Angeles. It's been really going crazy here. Just looking back at this year in my life, I've just been feeling so grateful lately for everyone who's ever listened to my music, or anyone who came to a show or talked to me after a jam I was playing at, or just supported my development as a musician and human in any sort of capacity, really. So I'm super grateful to all of you people who are watching this, probably the people that I know and have talked to before. But this year, instead of traditional birthday gifts, I'm asking for your help and support to achieve a massive creative undertaking of mine that I've been looking to realize for quite some time at this point, which is producing my next full-length professional music album. My first album as a band leader, Emergence, that was an EP that reflected a culmination of all the music that's been in my head for several years, and I've learned a lot since then, not only as a saxophonist, but as a composer as well. I've come to realize now that the most important thing about creating any set of music is to have a clear vision on the worlds of sounds you want to create. And, first of all, I'm definitely not saying this from a holier than thou perspective, for I genuinely know that while I'm definitely not the best saxophonist or composer or musician in the world, the one thing I do know is exactly what kind of music I envision for this next album, as well as the messages and thoughts I wish to communicate, in hopes that it will resonate well with all of you guys. The working title for my next album will be Recreation, and in it will be my best attempt to create music that will truly make you feel the parts of you that you want to change, but require additional strength and willpower to do so. I aim to make this album and compose it in the hopes of creating something that can be energetic, that can be hopeful, and empowering of the spirit and mind. Music without words, for me, arguably can reach into these deeper spaces of the subconscious, because you can attach your own meaning to the sounds you experience without words pulling you in any sort of separate direction. So that's what's always drawn me to instrumental music. But, like any big vision, it needs real momentum, and it's not easy for me to ask by any means, but independent production requires independent funding. And in 2026, it's honestly quite difficult to surmount the costs of making a professional level release that can continue to exist long after its conception. I've been working a full-time job as well to supplement my music career income, and I guess how it is living in one of the most expensive cities in the country. Some costs include studio time, to rent a professional room with the acoustic quality this music deserves, being able to, of course, fairly compensate the LA studio musicians that I'm going to be asking to play with me, getting the post-production completely nailed down, with high-end mixing and mastering, so that way it sounds super crisp and everything just sounds exactly where it needs to be. And of course, the latter half of the battle, getting it out to all of you guys through distribution and marketing. So any donation, no matter how small, will directly contribute to making all of this a reality, and 100% of the proceeds will go directly into the costs of producing this album, which I plan to release sometime next year in 2027. And, even if you're not able to donate, it's completely fine. The next best thing would just be to share this with anyone you think might like my music. If they're fans of jazz, funk, fusion, or, just fans of good music, music that invigorates your soul. That's really what I'm going for here. That would honestly mean the world for me. So, most of all though, whether you donate or not, thank you all for being a part of my life and for giving me this platform to share with you my plans for how I intend to use my musicianship and compositional mind, I guess, to create more of the music that I hope you guys will like in the world. So thank you guys.